Today, Precarious plays
Metroid Prime.
I'm waiting all day for this, man.
The thing
Yeah.
about preserving video games,
Yeah.
because of the way they function, because they are so much about a person interacting with them, preserving them in the same way that you would preserve a piece of art.
Like a static, non-interactive.
Piece of art.
Yeah.
So like a sculpture, for example, which is just like a representation of a person that probably existed, right?
Right.
I feel like it is a waste of time when we do not have a video game library.
I've been thinking about the idea of a video game library for a long time, just because I personally feel like I missed out on a lot growing up, and I would love to be able to go and revisit the works of Hideo Kojima. You know, like go to the library and figure some stuff out. And I feel like if I feel like that, having been alive at the time that these things were coming out and are coming out, I think that it would be valuable to people in the future too.
I think it's a little nice that we're discussing this while exploring a bunch of abandoned ruins.
Yeah. Oh gosh, this is a tricksy little jump. Pew! Yeah. Well, I think that I think that there were small and important collections of books before there were ever libraries.
Hold on, I need the full screen for this. No, don't show me. I'm not looking. Can I go away now?
I don't know.
Is it gone?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. Did you see there was a Chozo ghost?
No. What?
Do you not remember them?
No.
Oh, they're scary. They're spookies. Spooks.
Even if
this is what happens if you don't preserve your video games, people. Chozo ghosts come back from the grave.
Well, I just think that there were
there were
ghosts.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
That's a ghost. I'm scared.
Just a small one.
I'm sorry. Whatever caused you to stay here, it's bad. I'm sorry. Oh, that's scary. It's also scary. They're scary. Well, anyways, I'm just glad to be able to have this conversation. Like, even talking about seriously having a video game library that archives and preserves video games, even if it's just on the scale of like one exhibit at the MoMA, it's really cool that we've gotten to that point with to be in the same like ballpark. It's not as much of a child's toy.
Yeah.
Just being able to have a fight about it with, serious opinions, like how you would go about preserving something like that when interaction is what's so important. Like, it's funny because in their decision making as far as how to display them, they actually took away the consoles. Like, they didn't present the consoles, they presented the game with a screen and a controller, but they made efforts to get rid of the nostalgia factor as much as they could. And I think that that's an interesting decision. It makes me question how much of my enjoyment of any game is based on the console that I'm playing it on, or if it's just the game, and whether or not the console that the game gets developed for is an important part of of that game or not. And I just want to argue about it so bad because it just seems so worthwhile to argue about. Okay, maybe I'm a crazy person.
Anyway, I think that a museum entry is a great thing to have. It's a great accomplishment. Mm-hmm. But I would have been happier if someone had put a lot of effort into having like the establishment of an arcade game library, you know?
Yeah, I wonder, I'm sure there are a lot of people trying to preserve and bring back arcades just to have that sort of library feel where you can go in and look at that type of stuff and play it. I don't know. I just thinking about how like what a video game library would look and feel like is just super interesting to me. And I mean, it has to be more than just a game rental store, you know, because the format is important, so you would have to also have consoles available, I guess. But then the MoMA is like, I don't know if the format, like if the console that it is played on is that important, and would it just be a series of like licensed emulators?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. There are video game libraries.
Yeah.
But they are frowned upon by the people who develop games.
I don't
They're
understand.
illegal.
I don't understand that because like authors aren't like, oh fuck libraries.
Do you know what well,
Are
I
they?
think I'm pretty sure it's worth saying generally.
Generally, yes. Generally. Add generally to most statements made.
Yeah.
Just ever. Just forever.
Well, I think I think a big part of it is that it's got to be hard being a pioneer of a media, of a medium, I should say, sorry.
Yeah.
Being a pioneer of a medium and having been alive for most of the revenue that's been generated by it. I think that has a lot to do with it. Mm-hmm. God, whoa, this area is weirdly harder with the double jump.
Yeah.
Because it's really compact, you know?
Yeah,
like you saw me like
your head. Yeah, it's like, oh, doof.
I mashed my head there. Oh.
Oh, God.
Oh, no, it's fine. Okay.
Okay.
That was close enough. I'll take it.
Yeah.
I hit my head again. Okay. You just need to start doing single jumps. It's fine. Now, I think this is something that I missed before. Yeah, because that's sandstone, which I think is... Nope. That's probably morph ball bombs then.
Yeah, it looks like you can get up there. Yeah.
There's another missile tanker that I think I skipped earlier.
I wonder what it takes to get into a library collection, like as a book. And there are libraries that have movies as well. Like many libraries that have, like, I mean, libraries don't just keep books. They keep a lot of stuff. You'd be surprised.
I'm sure that there are libraries in the world somewhere that got the rights to
Preserve.
and distribute video games.
I want to know.
Wait. Oh, not yet. Okay.
I want to know, like,
I don't think.
more about them, because there's a manga library. Did you know that? Or manga, however you feel like saying it, whichever day of the week it is. Is it manga? You know what?
You want to know my
We
official...
all know what we're talking about it.
You want to know my official position on the matter.
On the manga.
If it conveys meaning, that is the most important thing.
Uh-huh.
And there is a word that is more common in the United States of America that sort of sets a precedent.
Yeah.
Which is the word mango.
Mango. So
Yes.
manga.
Yeah.
Makes
It's
enough
just-
sense if
that's
we're
why-
anglicizing things.
That's why I've always been okay with it.
Yeah.
It's because I'm not gonna point at a word that people are familiar with and then go, no, it's that word, but not, it's completely different. It's okay. Where earlier I was watching some of Ratchet and Clank,
Yeah.
and I was pondering about the word gadget and how it's a weird word, right?
Yeah.
Because if you have already learned the word get and you see the word gadget, then really your inclination should be to say gadget.
Yeah.
It's a gadget.
It's a gadget.
Gadget.
That's why it takes so long
Yeah.
for people to learn to read English. It sucks.
So, getting the meaning across is the most important thing.
Yeah.
And that's what I tell myself constantly because it's hard for me to actually stick to that.
Well, yeah.
I'm a bad guy.
You're bad. You like to correct people.
Well, I like to be correct myself.
Yeah.
That's another important thing. Ugh. Oh, I missed. Ugh. We're going to a new place anyway, but I wanted to go to the furnace. Like the blast furnace, I mean.